Number five, and I said this when I spoke live, is just like your eyes are the window to your soul, video is the window to your brand, and I think that's really important. It can go in your favor and against you. It goes in your favor because it allows you to show people that you're a real, transparent person. Authenticity is huge. Credibility. People buy from who they like, know, and trust. And you have videos of you being who you are. People can, that video becomes a tool where it's much easier for people to get to know you, get to like you, and obviously trust you. There's something with nonverbal communication. 80% of our communication, our body language, our pace, our pitch, our eye movement, what we do with our hands is all nonverbal. 80% of our communication is nonverbal, and we get to see that in our videos. So if you are your brand, you are your personal brand, you are your business, video is a window directly to that. And that's the pro side. Now, the negative side of that is if you're not, doing something in alignment with who you are, you're not speaking of integrity, if you're lying on camera, if you have malintentions, it's going to shine through. Trust me, people are not that stupid. And if you're lying, if you're, exaggerating results or promising something that you can't deliver, people will be able to see it. Okay, someone's going to catch on. That's really important. But just remember that is, when you watch a video, and, I know some of you guys have had to really overcome some, you've had that either the face for radio or the fear of being in front of the camera, which is phenomenal. I love it because I had a really big fear of being in front of the camera, and now for me it's nothing. I used to have a really big fear of being on stage, and now it's nothing. And so it can be a growth process, an opportunity for you. But at the end of the day, when you're shining in front of the video, that says so much more. And the most exciting thing I can say that gets me motivated and pumped up when that fear starts to creep in is that when you start to realize how many other people out there, especially your competitors, have that same fear, and that if I do this and they're not going to do it, I'm way a leg up on them. Okay, if your competitor cannot be on camera and they don't want to be doing videos, you have such an advantage over them. That's so important. So your videos and who you are and what you're doing and what you're being in front of the camera on your videos, that is a direct correlation with your brand. People get to see you. They get to decide whether they want to know, like, and trust you, and that makes it so much easier to take the next step with you guys. Okay? Number 6, consistency breeds momentum. This is one of the most important things I ever share with anybody because whenever I'm mastermind, I'm always a part of some sort of mastermind. I'm always networking. I have 3 events I'm going to in January or within, counting last one and then the next 2 in February. So 3 events within basically a 30-day process, and I've already got 1 more lined up in March. So I try to stay around people that are way smarter than me as much as possible. And if there was one thing, I stopped looking for what are the shiny new little red balls that they're working on? What's the quick fix little gizmo that they're doing that's doubling their income and stuff? I stopped looking for that and chasing after that a long time ago. And I said, what are their habits? What's the broad stroke if I were to take the 30,000-foot view of them, their business, their habits, and what they're doing, who they're being? Where can I find traces of success? And it's in their habits of consistency, and I so firmly believe this. I've sat with people that started with nothing but a little newsletter, and they just wrote their newsletter weekly, and 2 or 3 years later they had 50,000 people subscribing with a 60% open rate, eager to read their next daily or weekly email and buy whatever they're offering, and click on affiliate links and make money. And I was like, wow, you did this for X amount of years straight without wavering, without hesitation, without steering off course. People that have been using YouTube, people that have been blogging, people that have been sharing content, they've been doing it on a consistent basis, and that's what's going to breed momentum on an exponential scale. I get so passionate about this because it's really that easy. And the funny thing is most of the people who get onto anything online marketing, they're like, oh, I'm going to do Facebook, I'm going to do Twitter, I'm going to do YouTube, I'm going to do video, I'm going to do this, I'm going to blog, I'm going to do that. They get on it because they were told by someone that it's going to be easy and effortless and free. And even though it can be easy and quote-unquote effortless, when so many people are doing that, I like to say there's just so much noise out there that a lot of people just don't see results. And it's because they're not really giving the long-term strategy. They're not really taking into account that it does take some time and you need to stick with it. There is no one and done with social media and a lot of this online marketing. So let's look at it this way. 40 plus hours of footage is now uploaded every single minute to YouTube. Over 40 hours of people's videos, okay, that's like 2 days worth, are uploaded every single minute of every single day onto YouTube. That's a lot of people. 800 million unique users on YouTube every single month, 3 billion views a day. There's a lot of content being uploaded. What that means is that anyone and everyone from your 12-year-old Billy down the street to 90-year-old grandpa in the other room is making videos. However, the people that are seen, yes, there are people that can get a viral video and see success with that, and it's the chances of that are, it's like winning the lotto. The success goes to the people that have the staying power, that say, okay, if anybody can upload a video, who can prove to me and the marketplace that they're in it for the long haul? That's what we want to see. When I watch a video and it's really good, the first thing I do is I see what other videos they have. And 99% of the time, those people don't have any other videos. Okay, so consistency breeds momentum. And then I think this is the last one that I have. Maybe. I can't remember. Every video must have an intention. Every video you do must have a specific intention. One of the reasons why I will, everyone is so talking about Facebook and Google Plus and social media right now, and they especially business owners and marketers, they so discount YouTube because it's either too overwhelming of a task, it takes too much work, or they don't understand it. Well, here's the thing. If we were to compare a Facebook update, you're going to update your status right now. You could do it in 15 seconds, right? Versus me making a video. It's probably going to take a minimum of 15 minutes. And that's if I'm really fast, really good, and it's a short video, right? But it's probably going to take me an hour or two. And it could even take me a few days if I'm working on something really big. So why would I choose, a days of work or a few hours worth of work versus 15 seconds of my time? Well, I have videos that have been on YouTube for just about 5 years now, that are ranked at the top of YouTube, they're ranked at the top of Google, they still drive me traffic, get me leads, and get me sales. And I have the tracking and the little, how did you find us, and they write down YouTube. I still have that proof and that analytic data to prove and back that up. How many of you have a Facebook post or status that you wrote a year ago or 2 years ago that's still bringing you in some sort of business? It's not possible. It gets lost in this social media heaven, this sea that it just floats away, while videos have this longer staying power. So if you start to look at the big picture, the long-term strategy, right, because consistency builds momentum, you'll realize that even though there's a lot more work on the front end of a video, it will produce long-term results. And that is so important. And so with that, every single video you do must have an intention. So you don't, you might just write a Facebook post that says, I'm hungry, I'm getting pizza. Doesn't really have much of an intention except you're sharing with the world that you're hungry. But you don't do that with a video. Okay, you're not just going to do a video to say, hey guys, how's it going? Okay, so because it takes longer to make your videos, every single one of your videos must do something for you in your business. That means have a call to action at the end of each video. Drive people to a sales page, a squeeze page, a webinar registration page, back to your blog. Tell them to subscribe, tell them to do this, tell them to do that. But have a specific intention for every video. I don't want to see anyone making a video just because they felt like making a video. Okay? So if you're going to do what Terry did, where you opt in for a video and you have now all these videos on the back end where you're sharing content, that's all part of his strategy. There's an intention with him delivering that value. He wants you to take the next step, whether that's call him or contact him in some way so he can close you as a client. Every video must have an intention.